Anybody? Is anybody that just loves comp plan? I know Reggie's probably pretty good. Detail guy?
Detail.
Reggie,
Very detailed.
how much money through Longevity's comp plan specifically for attending this event tonight?
Zero.
Zero. Well, I'm glad you understand that. Who can tell me what the pay is for attending a conference call? Zero? Who can tell me how much money you make for knowing even 10% of what Dr. Wallach knows? Does anybody know how much you get paid for just finding a copy of Dr. Wallach's landmark book that's in the Smithsonian Institution, Diseases of Exotic Animals? Zero. Who can tell me how much money you get paid to sit and stare at the telephone? Zero? How much money do you get to organize your contacts in your phone?
Zero.
Zero. Dang it, Andre, we gotta find something. How much money do you get to drive down the road and think about what you're going to do today? Zero. Then the question I have for you is, why do you guys spend so much time doing that stuff? The reason I can bust you on that is I'm talking to Andre. I'm not really talking to you, and I'm talking to myself because I became an expert at that. Some of you don't know this whole story, but when I first got in this business, 22 years ago yesterday, I fired myself from my corporate America job, not by my choice. Corporate America let me down. And the worst thing about it was I lost my company gas card. They took the company car away. They took my company cell phone away. I didn't have an office to go to anymore. In this business, I made a decision I was never going to have that thumb on my back ever again, because I was a smart cookie. And I had learned how to work that system. I could make money just standing there. This seems how it worked in corporate America. Be in the right place at the right time, look right, act right, and they pay you. I'm in financial services now, gotta have an office, right? I know they say that most of the business is done at the client's home, but I gotta have an office to go to. So I signed a $300,000 lease.
Oh my gosh.
And built a new office, $1,000 worth of furniture. I set up a training room. I had 9 private offices. I had a beautiful oak conference table. I had a waiting area with slate flooring and a glass block. Remember glass block? I had this glass block reception desk. I had a $25,000 phone system, 22 extensions. I had this beautiful 6,000 square foot office. It even had 19 bullpen desks. And I went there every day by myself. Sat in my corner office and waited for the phone to ring. People knew how impressive all that was. So when I bust you guys, I'm busting myself at the same time. It took 18 months and liquidating everything that I had. It wasn't working. I did manage to recruit some folks. They were smart people just like me. And we used to have the smartest conversations around that beautiful conference table about things we were going to do and plans we were going to make, ways we were going to build our business. I put ads in newspapers. I went and we didn't have the internet really yet, so I went to local newspapers. I put ads. I put signs out on the street. When I started getting desperate, I started knocking on doors. My success was only determined by the number of people I actually talked to, not what I actually said. It's a real important lesson for you. We're going to get away from the numbers for just a second. I ran an experiment. Once I finally started getting my act together, after going broke. I had a bunch of guys, and the team was starting to build, and we did have quite a few people in it by then, but they wanted leads. Has anybody ever wanted leads before? Wouldn't it be great to just talk to somebody that you knew was interested, so you didn't have to waste your time on all those people that weren't? So what I did was, since we were selling life insurance, I bought a bunch of life insurance leads. Now these were people that were guaranteed to want to buy life insurance. $10 a piece for these days. And we were doing a training, teaching people how to pick up the phone and talk to people. So I had 100 people, but I only had 50 leads because the rest of them didn't show up. I was desperate. I had all these people coming to the office on a Saturday. So I grabbed the phone book and I just randomly picked some names and numbers. And what does that mean? Is that the time? Holy smokes. It's my flight. But that's okay. If God wants me to be on it, I'll be there. What I did was, I grabbed the names out of the phone book and took my leads and I mixed them together and I came up with the world's most powerful life insurance selling script. Like this. Hello, my name is Mike Randolph with Insurance. Would you like to buy some life insurance? Wow. That was the script.
Oh, wow.
What does that mean?
We sold life insurance that day.
Wow.
And we sold more life insurance to the people in the phone book than the ones on the lead list. And what I discovered that day is it doesn't matter what you say, it only matters how many people you talk to. Everything. You can never say the wrong thing to the right person, and you never say the right thing to the wrong person. We find someone to have a conversation with, and then we spend all of our time talking to them.
Jesus.
And we don't just move on to the next.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to get to the point where you say, hey, would you like to buy some life insurance?
Wow.
Don't worry. We think we're doing our jobs when we're talking to someone. You're only doing your job if you're talking to the right someone. How do you find the right someone? You got to talk to a lot of someones. 5x5 work because it means you're talking to a lot of people. You're never going to finesse anybody. They're not going to jump in ever because of you. They're not going to get in your business because of you or me or Andre. They only get in the business because of them. They're the ones that do it, not you. Who joined this business because of the person they were talking to? Nobody. Why did you join? Because there was a moment in your life when you were ready for this. Caused you to join. The people you're talking to are no different, yet we sit there and we try to talk them in. We keep trying to talk them in. We talk. And you see, Andre says, what are the results? Well, I talked to so-and-so, and I talked to so-and-so, and I talked to so-and-so. You got to make contact with a lot of people to find the ones who are ready. No matter how good you are, you can say, hey, are you interested in making some extra money? The answer is either going to be yes or no. It doesn't matter. Longevity's not going to determine whether the time is right for them. You're not going to determine it. You just have to go out there, make the contacts, be consistent, and do not stop. And I'm going to close with this. Did you guys hear my Seinfeld training? Meryl, thank you. All right, here's what you guys are going to do. You guys heard of Jerry Seinfeld?
Yes.
Arguably the second greatest comedian on the planet next to Bill Cosby, I might say. Why? Because these guys are funny without jumping into the gutter. And you know what? It takes a true comedian to be funny without having to be shocking at the same time. He made his biggest year, he made $220 million in 1 year. Who would like to be like Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Okay? You know what the secret to his success is? Writing jokes 15 minutes a day, every day, no matter what. Some days he writes good jokes. Some days he writes my kind of jokes. Okay? But the bottom line is he does it every single day. Called a year at a glance. You guys seen those calendars? A year at a glance has every month in little boxes and then you have the days in there. And he said, every time you do the task, not when you think about it, when you do the task you need to do, you put a big red X in that day. You put another X, and the next day you put another X, and the next day you put another X. Pretty soon you have a chain that has started. He said, then you don't have to focus on the 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 45 minutes or 5 contacts. You only focus on not breaking the chain. I'm so strong to not break the chain outside of Dallas. And we talk. It doesn't have to be a long conversation, but that's something I'm very deficient in, and it's on my chain now. Those are the things.
Wow.
So, guys, that's really how simple this business is. It doesn't have anything to do with your skill. I mean, look at me, look at Andre. Skill has nothing to do with it.
As well.
It's doing the little things every single day that add up to huge things. If I told you, Dr. Woodley, if I brought you in and said, all you have to do is make 1,300 contacts a year,
Right.
you're gonna go,
What?
and you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna, the first day, you're gonna go, oh, I got all year to make 1,300 contacts.
Oh,
Next day, you're gonna go, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And about a month into it, you're gonna say, well, you know, I'm gonna make some contacts today. And you're gonna do 2. And then you're gonna take another month off. And then it's gonna become this daunting task that you can't get done. But if I said, all you need to do is make 5 contacts, no, not presentations, you're not dragging them to the event. You're just creating an excuse to talk to them. And you're gonna go through your ABCs. You're gonna find out where they're at. You're gonna find out where they would rather be. And are they ready to make a change in their life? And have they decided to make a change in their life? And if you find out those things, you go to E, which is everything else, which is mainly where you guys start. And I watched Mr. Bazemore at lunch today. I was so proud of him.
Yeah, right.
For initiating contact. And it was the wrong guy at the right
Wrong
place
guy.
at the right time.
Oh,
But you know what? He did it. He made contact, he got the information. That guy's gonna go on the follow-up list because who knows? He's a little whacked right now, but sometime he may come around. And 5 contacts a day. Now, how difficult was that, Mike?
Very easy.
Really. You just paid attention to what was going on around you. And you created an excuse to make a contact. Did you give him a presentation?
Nope.
Did you talk to him about Longevity's products?
Nope.
Did you tell him 90 for life?
Nope.
Dr. Wallach, you must have got him in a headlock.
Nope.
See? Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Give Mike a round of applause. I don't want to miss his flight.